You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
scripts. All right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to episode number 55 on the history of bad ideas. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
Blake.
We just spent 45 minutes trying to get some technical issues going. We are good to go now.
I'm ready to take my nap.
All right, so Blake's taking a nap.
This is our 1 year anniversary show.
Woohoo!
One whole year.
I think we're actually 366 days. Maybe. Or it might be 364. One of them, I'm not sure yet.
Well, yet it's not 52 weeks. It's not episode 52. It's episode 55.
Because we're so good, we do multiple episodes sometimes.
So good we did 3 at once. It was called a Menage a Trois cast.
Man, Menage a Trois cast.
A Menage a Trois cast. Where we had Amy was there.
Yes.
And
Nick popped his head in.
Morris. Nick. I think Dan from the Musings podcast, he was there. So
I think Nickel borrowed the corporate jet and came down.
Yes.
He accepted his floppy in person, didn't he?
Yes,
do we
did.
count Dr. Number One?
He's outside Street King.
So he was outside the fence.
Yeah. So 1 year anniversary. What have we learned, all people?
We learned we still don't know as much about the technical side of this as we did when we first started.
We need an intern. We can pay an IOUs.
Yes, and that's just as good as money.
Unless you're still in college. Go to school full time because this is a dead-end career.
Yes. We're going to get it, though. We're going to get it.
Yeah, just send photos. Naked, briefs, bikini.
I sent you some this week.
Oh.
You didn't respond.
Oh, those scared me.
We're on Musings Geek Network.
Musings of a Geek Network. How many people are on Musings of a Geek
They're
Network?
adding 4 more podcasts this week.
So how many
Yes,
podcasts?
I saw 2 more were just added, including Mindian's Minute.
Oh,
Meg and Marty are now in the
they're welcome.
family.
Welcome, Meg. Welcome, Marty.
And then
Does that mean they've come over to the dark side?
They have. We are the evil empire. We also are on Geek Life Radio.
Geek Life Radio.
Geek Life!
What channel is that if I want to listen to Geek Life Radio?
You go to geekliferadio.com. And we're on at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central every Friday.
Do they have Blake and the Dip Man?
They may have Blake and the Dip
Sweet.
Man. We're on castcloud.uk for all of our British listeners, and there's a lot of you now, so we appreciate it.
Cheers! Wankers!
We're on Stitcher.
Stitcher. So
Stitcher.
any of you who don't like to use that Apple stuff,
Yes.
you can use Stitcher, download a Stitcher app onto your Android device,
Yes.
and you can listen to us on the go.
But if you are an Apple, freakazoid, not an Android,
That's right.
you can go to iTunes
Yes, and subscribe to us.
and subscribe and download it automatically so you don't have to worry about missing any episodes. You'll have them all 55 there to automatic download.
And we do want to say thank you for listening. It's been a year. Did not expect it. This is the longest you've ever been committed to anything, Jeff.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I
good.
mean, I've had a couple jobs that lasted longer than
That's
a
true.
year.
That's
but
true.
But because it is the 1 year anniversary, I brought a special gift.
Uh-oh. Ooh, Pez!
I brought a 6-pack of Pez, man!
This goes with our Darth Vader Pez dispenser that we got from Musings.
Yay!
2 strawberry, 2 grape, and 2 cherry.
Oh.
Which I guarantee they will all be gone before the end of this night.
Yes.
Even though it takes me longer to load the goddamn Darth Vader Pez head
Then to actually eat
than
it?
to actually eat
Here,
it.
send them over here. I'm
I'll
an
send
expert
it.
at
Send
loading
it.
Pez heads.
This is where we need an intern to load that shit for
Yes. Interns, send your requests
Yes.
and
At
pictures.
The history of bad ideas
You know,
at gmail.com.
Anniversaries are very important.
It's for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 1 year one is big.
Yeah, the 1 year one is big, but how about annual anniversaries? Oh, I guess why they're called anniversaries.
Ah!
You know what I did last week?
What did you do last week?
I forgot my wife's birthday.
No. Okay, time out. That's like a sitcom
We
cliche.
recorded on her birthday.
Last Wednesday?
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm still in the doghouse.
So how did that go?
Not well.
I'm surprised you're here this week.
I know, she gave me a call on the way here and she was still giving me shit.
Oh, tonight?
Yes! And you know I'm gonna get shit for like a long period of time because that's how women are.
Did you give her an IOU? That's just as good as money.
It doesn't work with women. It works with guys, but not women.
Wow.
And you know what's pretty funny is the fact that I really did forget her birthday. And
I don't think that's the funny part.
After work, because it was a long weekend, I had a hard workout, and then I worked all day, not enough sleep. I went to bed. I took a nap. She called me in the middle of my nap, which is a horrible thing to do at 5:30 in the afternoon, right?
Talk about fuck you for taking a nap at 5:30 in the afternoon. Fuck you.
It started at 5. And then she's like, hey, this is what we're doing. Going to blah, 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 blah. Dinner, me and my mom and dad, blah, blah. I'm like half asleep going, blah, I got podcast tonight. I'll talk to you later. And then I went back to sleep.
Oh, in the history of bad ideas.
Oh, that was a bad idea. That just wasn't a bad idea. That was called bad execution.
So has she talked to you since?
Oh, yeah, she lives with me, unfortunately.
Has she,
But I did wake up.
with a knife
Here's
over
the
you?
best part. Here's the best part. I did wake up like 30 minutes later and go, damn, she called me like in the middle of my sleep. Let me go look at my phone. And I realized she'd also sent me a text beforehand too. And I looked at it. It was like, oh shit, it's her birthday today. So let me kind of like play this off, you know? Kind of play this off, and I I hopped in the car and I started on the road for BW3, for my research for the
Yes.
pre-podcasting. So I figured I'd be smooth and I would text her, hey, since I'm podcasting tonight and it's your birthday, how about I take you out for dinner for your birthday sometime later this week?
Uh-huh.
That didn't fucking work.
You could have missed our podcast.
Well, the sad fact is I was already in the car on the way here. I'm like,
So, is she still mad, or is she getting over it, or...
She's not holding.
she's a woman. She'll take her a while to get over it.
Okay.
It'll cost me lots of money and lots of favors and lots of debt.
And like in 6 weeks, she'll be like, hey, we're going here tonight. And you're like, I really don't want to. And then she'll be like, you forgot my birthday. You're going.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
She's not going to hold any of us responsible for this, will she? I don't want to be on Michelle's bad side.
No, I don't either.
Well, she always like, well, what are you doing Friday night? And I said,
Oh,
no!
Dungeons and Dragons.
I said, I'm playing D&D. Oh yeah, you're playing D&D, but what are you doing for dinner? I said,
Taking you out?
There may not be enough time to go do dinner.
Oh, Blake! No!
Has she not served you with divorce papers yet?
Not yet.
Name of our show, Anniversary Wedded Bliss.
So what's the moral of the story?
Never forget your wife's birthday.
Fuck yeah. The anniversaries are goddamn important, so put it into your cell phone so you don't fuck it up. In the meantime, just have another Pez. Thank you, Jeff, for loading that.
And finally, I don't know what to say after that. Finally, thank you for listening, everybody. We've had a really big increase in listenership lately, and we appreciate you guys spreading the word about us and subscribing. So Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much. It's so honorable and humble to be here tonight.
And one day, probably about 20 years, we may break even.
we may break 10 listeners.
That's right. 11.
We may have one per continent.
We do already.
Oh shit, we got 8?
Oh, yeah. Antarctica's still holding out. Wait a minute. Mars.
And Mars. So I got that feedback from my wife, which leads us into, hey, listener feedback. Let's start with Doug. Oh shit, Doug's giving us shit now too.
Can't give himself a nickname. Number 1 fan.
Number 1 fan, Doug's. Oh yeah, bad mouthing the United States Parcel Service. I'm done with @Bad Ideas podcast. I'm going back to @Musings podcast. Plus the U.S. Postal Service is like a roach. Will always be around. Hey, did I say U.S. Parcel Service?
You did
Yes,
the
you
first
did.
time you read that.
Oh, great. You fucked that up.
I was confusing it with United Parcel Service. UPS?
You don't
And
want to get
USPS.
You don't want to get the Postal Service mad at us. They'll walk to us.
Dude, I'm
It
not
would take
worried
a couple days,
I'm
but
not worried about the U.S. Postal Service. I'm worried about UPS and the Teamsters. Those uni guys will fuck me up.
the Postal Service is no problem. They'll say they'll be there tomorrow, and it'll be like 6 weeks, so you'll be fine. Oh, sorry. Is that another slam against the Postal Service?
I think it was.
Oh, my bad. So,
Hey,
don't leave.
I have nothing but good things to say about the postal the
Postal-
the post office.
Postal Service.
The
US
USPS.
Postal Service. USPS, not UPS.
The USPS, they're saving artwork some monies. It's
That's right.
cheaper to send half our packages USPS than
Than
UPS has been. So we're like, fine, we'll send it there.
Yeah, but they're raising the stamp again for another cent.
Oh no!
Oh my god, another penny.
Oh my god! It'll
You gotta
cost me
pay
what,
for all that
46
junk mail
cents
and the
to.
taxes that I get
I think
in the mail.
I think I buy like 30 stamps a year, and that's for Christmas cards. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, online bill paying makes
I don't-
stamps pretty
I don't
much
even
irrelevant.
send Christmas cards anymore.
I do it just to mock.
Oh, but I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I sent you one
that's
this year.
pretty
right?
funny.
So if you want
You
an
did?
offensive Christmas card, let Jason know @Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter that you want to be part of his offensive Christmas card list.
Hopefully, you don't get offended by religious jokes. Okay, next, moving on.
Yeah, because we don't offend anybody on this podcast. Amy Whalen Dagger at podcast that shall not be named anymore. Amy Whalen says, I watched Blackfish. It was super sad.
You know what, Amy? I do agree. It was super sad.
We talked about this.
Yeah, it's
didn't we?
about the SeaWorld, capturing the whales, and there's this one violent whale that killed supposedly like 4 people or 4 trainers. They basically, it was brutalized its whole life in that. Kind of interesting because 2 of the ex-SeaWorld trainers that were talking on the documentary, they now recanted their stories, and you cannot neither confirm nor deny that they may be working with SeaWorld again. So there is some issues with the documentary, but overall, I mean, it is pretty interesting. Like this killer whale has killed 4 to 5 trainers, and what do? They keep breeding it because the sperm is so good. So like over
It can't be that good.
what
I
she
mean,
said.
over 2/3 of their whales at SeaWorld have come from this whale, and it's like
I mean, Shamu's a killer?
it's not Shamu.
Oh my god, it is a killer whale.
It is a killer whale.
Holy shit, you mean it's going with its natural instinct?
Well, that's the other thing. They said, that it's in such a small tank that, they get bored. They're actually as intelligent as dolphins.
I'd get bored too.
Yeah. So now SeaWorld is expanding their killer whale section. Starting in 2018, they're doing construction on it. And it's supposed to be more like the ocean and the waves. And
That's right.
yeah.
But remember to differentiate between documentaries with political angles, that's activist journalism, versus documentaries which are actual, real journalism.
Like Michael Moore.
Oh yeah, he's completely unbiased. Don't get me started.
Look, I went to Cuba and I got health care.
Yeah, whatever.
all right, I just want to know, why is it called Blackfish? Because they're talking about whales.
Shamu's.
No, because
It's
in
racist.
in the movie, they do tell the reason, and I can't think of it now.
Because the fish is half black
No.
and half white.
But it's not a fish.
It's a shark.
I think it's
It's
because
a mammal. It's a killer whale.
the Eskimos used to call them that, but I'm not 100% sure. It was addressed in the movie, but I can't remember.
It sounds like whale profiling to me.
Eskimo.
Inuit?
But the funny thing about it is if you go in and you read about the documentary, it says, there's no documented killer whales attacking humans outside of nature
That's true. They do say that.
that have lived to talk about it.
Well, SeaWorld does make it a little funny. They're like, well, because like about 40 years ago, they rounded up all these baby whales, and they showed video of it. It's pretty rough. Like, they were just rounding up these baby whales to go to these SeaWorlds, like, from their mothers, and they said these killer whales all travel in packs for generations.
Pods. They're called pods.
Pods, thank you. But like the grandparents, the great-grandparents, they all traveled together.
Yeah.
So they said, these whales are, hurting, they actually have emotions, whatever, as much of an animal can. But they said, SeaWorld comes out to their defense and said, well, we haven't done that in 35 years. Because it was outlawed 35 years ago.
Well, they haven't done it.
It was just funny, though, because they're trying to stand up like, we haven't done this in 35 years. Because it's against the law.
Well, but they haven't done it.
That's true.
They're not breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
But anytime you got aquariums or zoos and all that kind of stuff, you always got room for the bad, horrible stories.
Yeah.
But those get more press than the good save the life stories. So
Correct.
There you go.
Okay, what's next?
What is next? Snake Oil Comics.
Woo!
At SOC Podcast.
OSOC?
SOC.
SOC. SOC Podcast. SOC Podcast. Snake Oil Comics said they would watch Commando 2, Jesus Rises, with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Jesus.
Or Passion of the Christ 2, Commando.
Exactly.
Either way, it could work.
The Rock has moved.
I got more responses on Twitter from this than I have in a while. Meg Griffin loved it, from Minions Minute. I think we got a pretty good amount of feedback saying they would watch this. So, hey, you know how I would kill you last? I lied.
Pontius Pilate. Thomas, take your finger out of my butt. No, but I would say if anybody wants to go ahead and do a screenwrite for this, just go ahead and give us some artistic influence.
Yes.
We'll let you run it from there, and you can pay us in IOUs.
Just as good as money.
They're just as good as money.
That's right.
Next.
Snake Oil Comics went on to say favorite Marvel or DC trade that had or has no effect on the ongoing continuity.
In comics.
Yeah, so
mine's easy. Gotham by Gaslight.
That's for you
that
guys.
is your favorite, yeah.
I love Gotham and Red Rain when he fights Dracula.
But what are they talking about? Favorite Marvel DC trade? Like
trade
graphic
paperback.
back and forth?
It's a graphic novel. No.
Trade paperback. Like,
like those things over on the shelves right there. They're basically stories.
It's not like Marvel saying, "Hey, DC, take
No,
this story,
not
DC,
swap
take
it.
Marvel."
Trade not as swapping. Trade is in.
Yeah, okay. So it's none of that sinful swapping thing.
No wife swapping.
Okay.
Of course, your wife may be doing husband swapping here soon.
I don't think there'd be any swapping to be kicking out.
No, basically they they do these stories, and then they don't really affect the actual ongoing
continuity
comic books.
in the universe.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much the trade paperbacks tend to be, or graphic novels. They're also, they're just a collection of multiple issues put together.
So what
as
they're
one.
saying is your favorite Marvel or DC standalone.
Yes.
Okay, so what would that be?
Well, his was Gotham by Gaslight.
Gotham, Batman versus Jack the Ripper. And it was very well done. I'd like Batman Red Rain when he goes against Dracula.
We're all spitting Pez bits out.
We are having a rough time here.
The one I would pick, I'll pick the Marvels. It was a 4-issue. I suppose they printed that out in a trade, where they take the look at the world with superheroes in it from... God, Jason, quit doing that.
He's making hand gestures, everybody.
They take a look
And they're like
through the
globular.
eyes.
They're circular.
The world.
Through
As
the
he holds
eyes.
his beer in one hand and he wraps it around the other.
I don't think your wife is going to be the only one mad at you. Jeff is going to kill you. Go ahead, Jeff. Marvel.
Am I allowed to speak here?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, well, I'm trying to get the visualization here.
I'm just
We
waiting for
have
Blake
no
to
video
finish.
in the studios.
Yeah.
So, okay, anyways, now we're both intently staring at
Yes.
Jeff
Oh, okay.
with no motions going on whatsoever. Jeff, take it away.
It's look at the superheroes through
And
the
he
eyes
continues
of
to
a...
make gestures with his hand that are globular and circular.
He's going to smack you.
And okay, I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Now they're folded on his chest. He's pissed off, folks.
Am I done?
The
Are you done?
nonverbal
I'm
communication.
finished.
The nonverbal communication in here is stronger than what is on the audible and in your ears. But now, seriously, Jeff, please.
No, I'm finished.
You said Marvel.
Marvels. That's it.
The other one I was
Marvel
thinking
what?
about.
Marvel what?
That's what it's called. Marvels.
No, I want Marvel. Oh, it's called Marvels?
Yes.
Yes.
Marvels. Marvels.
You know, when you get kicked out
Marvels.
by your wife, you're going to need a place to stay. I might be nice
I
to
may,
Jeff.
I may be sleeping in the Bob Studios. All right, no, seriously. Ready? Jeff, 3, 2, 1.
Marvels.
Okay. Did you read Kingdom Come? Did you ever read
Is that Batman?
No.
Oh.
It's about all the superheroes when they get a little bit older. That was very good too.
I don't think I did.
What?
It was pretty much Superman had gray hair. I would let you borrow it, but you still got Preacher. Anyways,
Back in the day, I'd chase you down.
It's not like I asked. You said, here, you
Whippersnapper.
need to read this. So I'll read it at my leisure.
leisure.
Ooh, leisure.
Blake, what's
Hey,
next?
British folks, that was leisure.
It was a jolly good time.
Does that fits into your schedule? So, anyways, Snake Oil Comics also said, thank you very much for that segment. But they also said, if you had the money, what key issue, I guess what they're saying is like, what comic book, one
Yes.
single
Yes.
issue comic book, would you like to add to your comic collection?
Jeff?
And this is to you guys. Jeff, we're not going to interrupt you.
Blake's not going to
We're
interrupt.
going to give
Go
you
ahead.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I actually want to add. I'm actually looking to subtract about now.
Oh, okay. How many boxes you got?
I don't know. I'd have to count them.
Above 20?
Around that, I would
Okay.
guess.
I was just wondering.
Why don't you post them on the site, and if you want to buy them from Jeff,
The
Well,
problem
they're not
is-
worth
contact
anything.
them.
I might have 4 issues of something worthwhile.
You got first appearance of Deadpool.
I have first appearance of
But
Deadpool.
is there any issue out there that you thought, oh, that would be kind of cool to
which
have?
one do you want, man? Come on.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't collect comics. I read comics.
Yeah.
So I don't care about getting a specific issue for a collection.
Maybe
I just want to read it, and then I could pass it on or
the Green
whatnot.
Lantern movie adaptation issue.
Ooh,
That
did they
would be
make
good.
one?
I don't know. I would do. Everybody knows Hulk versus Wolverine, Incredible Hulk 181. First appearance, well, second appearance technically of Wolverine. First major one. I'm not even a big Wolverine or Hulk fan, but I like the cover. Or I do like the Death of Gwen Stacy, that cover. And even the first appearance of Punisher. I'm not even a big Punisher fan. I just like the covers.
Ooh,
So
I don't like Punisher in any way, shape, or form.
I just you like the movie with Thomas Jane.
Okay, that's the one way,
Yep,
shape,
there
and
you
form
go.
I like. I like
So-
that one. So yeah, you guys at the bad movie. Oh, what the hell?
Who the what now? No.
No.
How's this movie?
No.
Justin.
All right,
Justin and Andrew,
Yes.
and since they stopped doing it, I forgot the name of their podcast.
No, because they hate it.
All right.
They
They
hate
hate
it.
it. Punisher.
There you go. Jeff, thank you for your 0 answer. And Jason, thank you for your multiple.
You're welcome. Okay.
So, Snake Oil, don't ask for specifics because we can't count.
This is the podcast that can't count.
We are the podcast that can't count. Now, hey, this one is from David B. He has no last name. It's just a large capital B.
That's right.
He said, what's a bad movie you took a date to see? I took a date to see Spy Kids, and the theater accidentally played American Wedding.
Actually,
And the opening scene is a blowjob under the table.
wow.
Well, that would have been bad foreshadowing if you were in a porno.
Yeah, it was Allison Handy and Jason Biggs getting it on.
No, I mean, because I worked at the theater, and I think everybody at one point in time threaded up the wrong movie. I know Jeff Morris, who was our guest the last couple weeks, I met him when we both worked at the same theater, and we had a coworker that I don't remember what movies it was, but yeah, played a rated R movie in a house full of children watching a G movie.
On purpose?
No, not on
Oh,
purpose.
okay.
Oh my goodness.
And
Were you still employed after that?
yeah, he still
He
was.
was.
He
It's just
still
an
is,
accident.
but It's an accident. I know. I can't remember what movie it was supposed to be, but I know I put Freddy versus Jason. I threaded that one up. And it was like the day before it was supposed to open, so we had it ready to go for the next day.
I got a sneak preview.
And so I had a guy.
And nightmares, all the kids
Oh
did.
my
A guy
gosh.
came out of the theater. Now, granted, it wasn't a G-rated movie. I think it was a PG-13, so it was an R during a PG-13, so not quite as bad. But a guy came out and said, "I really want to see Freddy versus Jason, but that's not the movie I'm paying to see." I'm like, crap.
I took a date to see Assassins.
Antonio Banderas.
Yes, and
No more she-chat.
yeah, and Sylvester Stallone. We ended up making out through most of it because it was that bad.
Well, that sounds like a good
It was a good
date.
date.
What are you talking about?
But it was like, oh, what movie you want to go see? Let's go see Assassins. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking?
yeah.
Blake, anything for you?
Well, back in 1994, when I was living in Spain, I had explained to the Spanish girl that I was dating at the time about the concept of the drive-in movie.
Okay.
The drive-in movie is purely an American concept.
Okay.
Really think about it. It is true 1950s Americana. So as I was explaining to her the concept of watching movies in cars and all that kind of stuff, she's like, "Well, which one do we got?" And she said, "Go ahead." And we went to the drive-in that was on the base in Spain. And
So you actually had a drive-in on the base?
yeah.
Nice.
The only movie that was showing was back in 1994. It was
Shawshank.
No.
Oh.
It was that I forget what it was called. It had Ice-T in it, Rutger Hauer, Gary Busey.
Surviving the Game?
Yes. Oh my God! You guessed it.
I love that movie! He's a homeless man, and
Yes.
they pick him up, and they put him in the woods, and they
Yes.
hunt him.
Yes.
Yes. Charles S. Dutton, The Rock's in it.
Yes. Needless to say,
I have pointless knowledge.
if you're taking your non-American girlfriend at the time to the movie, that is not a good movie to go see.
Was she asking, is this how it is in America? You pick up homeless
Kept
people and kill them?
explaining- She kept asking me in Spanish, "What is going on? What is going on?" I kept explaining to her, and let's just say that that evening did not end well.
Did you date much after that?
Yeah, we still
Okay.
did. Surprisingly enough.
You didn't end up making out, though, at the back of the Assassins, though.
No.
So, wow. That is... I have not talked about Surviving the Game in a long time, and I love that movie.
You know what shocks me is that I did look it up. Yeah, I remember who was in it. And I forgot to write down the title of the movie. But I said who was in it, and you guessed it. I'm scared.
I have a lot of pointless knowledge about movies.
Oh my goodness.
So... Okay, so...
But not pointless knowledge from
Meg
Meg
Griffin.
Griffin at Mindian's Minute.
Yes.
She said, "Still Alice."
The movie?
The movie is about a woman who is suffering from early onset Alzheimer's.
Yes.
Yes, because last week we had no clue what that was when
Yes.
Julianne Moore won her Golden Globe, and we didn't know what the movie was about.
Yes.
And
So thank you, Meg.
Yes, thank you, Meg. What's Still Alice?
Still.
Hey, it's a Meg. But all right, moving on. Nikki at Pumazili,
Favorite New Zealand listener.
our favorite Kiwi. "I still don't understand why DC cast so early, and now that they've lost Tom Hardy, which they've lost him, by the way, because of filming conflicts. Who else will drop out before they finally film stuff?"
I don't know who's going to drop out, but DC worries me to no end. I think Des touched on this on his latest Musings podcast with Dan. There's some issues, like I told Nikki, I don't hold out hope that Cyborg's going to be made in 2020. I don't think a new Green Lantern's going to be made in 2020 either.
Are they going to get as far as Wonder Woman? That's the question.
I think they have to get as far as Wonder Woman so they can say, hey, look, we got a woman on the screen. Yay, Warner Brothers.
Yay, powerful women, female superhero idols.
Yes. So I could see them get into Wonder Woman, and I could see them just crashing.
And Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
Nope.
He just pretends to be.
He's just drawn that way.
So Randall Holt with 2 L's in Randall, not Holt.
I was going to say.
Listening now. Have you heard from Morris since he's left the studio?
We have.
We did. We played poker with him that Saturday.
Yes.
Luckily.
So he was still alive. He did not get kidnapped by the mystery tow truck driver.
We had a couple of people ask about him. He is okay.
What about the Ohio River nude beach?
He liked my comment about that. It is very pretty this time of the year. It is. Just, I go with Speedos. I don't go full nude because I don't want to embarrass anybody. So I go with the Speedos. But it is kind of nice. It's a mud-based river, so it's very pretty.
Mud-based.
Mud-based river.
Well, first you started with the mud.
Well, that's why I thought you were going to say it's a
water.
shit-based river. Because it starts in Pittsburgh.
That is true. That is true.
Now our Pittsburgh listeners hate us.
I think they hate us before that. And then they do have catfish as big as your head. That's just the tail.
If you can catch them.
Yeah, the catfish are as big as your body. And that's actually a joke. There is people that have said that there's catfish as big as your body down there. So.
I haven't seen them. The only thing I've seen was a VW
We have
bug.
a family friend that was a cop a long time ago, and he was part of the scuba, getting the bodies and all that. And they did say that there was as catfish as big as him down there. Yeah. And when he goes down there.
What about the oversized walruses? Oh, no, those were chicks from Delhi. I'm sorry.
Ouch!
Wow, now Delhi won't listen to us.
Okay, so please send your complaints to Blake at the History of Bad Ideas. Moving on, please don't.
Moving on, I'm going to put on my
You're
crocodile
just trying to
Dundee
offend
hat.
everybody.
I'm working on it. I'm going to put on my Crocodile Dundee hat for this next one.
Good day, mate.
We've got a next one from John Alloway. Mm-hmm. He says, Foster's is the only Aussie beer you hear of overseas. There are many Aussie beers. Cooper's, South Australian beer, naturally brewed, pale ale, stout, depending on your taste. If you get a chance to try it, you'll have a good example of Australian beer.
Okay, so Cooper's.
That's right. So Foster's doesn't mean beer in Australian.
No.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The marketers have been lying to us.
Bastards.
What? You mean marketers lie? No.
But anyways, John's got some other stuff. He's got some Hugh Jackman information that we'll go over next week.
Next week, we're teasing.
That's called a taser.
A taser?
Actually might be your best impersonation ever.
Thank you. All right, so Dr. Number One and Dr. Number One, how can Jeff be anti-EPA but pro-Aquaman? What do you want, clean water for Aquaman to swim in?
You made a comment about the EPA last year.
Last
year.
Last week. Oh, I know. I am not against clean water. I'm against a government agency that has no oversight that can pass any rules and regulations on a whim. That's why I'm against the EPA. They have...
So what you're talking about is the Obama administration and his executive orders.
Well... Oh, come on, that's any president with his executive orders. But the EPA answers to no one, which is a very dangerous situation, and no person or...
That is incorrect. The EPA falls under the executive branch, so they do answer to the President of the United States.
Well, they make their own rules.
No, they don't.
They make their own rules. They pass rules. They can fine you for things that aren't against the law because they say it's
political
against the law.
Podcast down the hall.
That's not correct.
And speaking of that, Dr. Number One just tweeted to us, is Amy there, or is she blindly following our worst president since Carter? Hashtag impeach Obama. And then Amy responded, I'm thinking the State of the Union will be the first political correspondent topic on my podcast.
Oh, yes,
the
we are
thing is-
podcasting during the State of the Union.
Yes.
So we don't know what's going on in the
We were
country.
preemptive for that. That's why it took us a little bit longer to get this started tonight.
But we have to tell Amy she has to do a podcast first.
That... Okay, Amy, come on our show. Anyways.
You'll be on our show more than you actually have your own show. There's the odds in Vegas anyway.
Yes.
I don't make those odds. Vegas does.
Just as good as money.
It's right underneath the Super Bowl prop bets.
Yes.
Amy, Waylon, Degger,
How
and
many?
then Hobie.
It's the over-under, I think.
That's right. It's the over/under. I think it's 5.
Yes.
You'll be on our show 5 times
at
at
least.
least before you put out 5
She might be
shows.
on Musings. She might move to San Fran. Or
San
San Diego.
Diego.
San Diego. Whatever.
I'll say San Fran would be right up her alley.
I don't know what that means.
She does.
Okay. Okay, that's your listener feedback.
I love you, Amy. Don't get this taken wrong way.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Is Blake drunk tonight?
Sounds like it.
How much did you have at B-Dubs?
Only 2.
Okay. Okay, so.
But then you made me have this one.
Yeah, how do you like it? It's a Curious
I like
Traveler Shandy.
I like shandies.
Okay, that's from Cincinnati, a brewery in Cincinnati.
Awesome. I like lemon, orange, ginger. It doesn't matter.
The 2014 Blacklist was announced. We talked about that last week. Basically, it was not straight from Leonardo DiCaprio. There's
It's
a
the
couple.
good blacklist.
Yes,
It's
not the communist,
bad
not the
blacklist, not the communist blacklist.
not the McCarthyism.
No.
But anyway, so basically, each of the 70 screenplays were chosen by a group of 250 development executives, agents, and other Hollywood insiders.
Not Amy Pascal from
No.
Sony Pictures.
No. If so, Spider-Man 3 would have be the number one script. It was among the year's best unproduced scripts. And then the votes are listed as well. So, number 1, the most favorite was Catherine the Great, got 51 votes.
What is that about?
Basically, Sophia Augusta,
Augusta.
thank you, takes control of her life, her marriage, and her kingdom, becoming Russia's most celebrated and beloved monarch, Catherine the Great.
And then she has sex with a horse and dies.
Really?
Well, that's what the legend rumor says.
The myth.
Really?
The myth.
I never heard that.
She had an insatiable sexual appetite,
Really?
just like what Russian women can have.
Okay. Do you know this from experience?
I just read about it on the internet.
Oh, okay.
So therefore, it must be true.
We're not going to go through all 70, but anything that you guys saw that we can talk about? Let's see here.
Let's go page 1. Do we have anything on page 1?
Catherine the Great was number 1.
Catherine the Great. Actually, I think for a historical piece, that would be pretty cool. Believe it or not.
I'm intrigued now.
I'm not talking about, the myth stuff that goes with it. But she did put Russia on the map in the world, world history.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was the cartographers that did that.
Bring on Nick.
Let's see.
Thank you.
No, nothing much.
The swimsuit issue. This was number 3 on their list to
Yes.
be made.
What is that, Blake?
Oh my goodness.
By Randall Green.
A nerdy high schooler who fancies himself an amateur photographer attempts to create a swimsuit issue featuring his high school classmates in hopes of raising enough money to go to a summer camp.
I'm going to say every one of those people that he gets in that swimsuit are like 25 years old in real life.
And they're playing 15-year-olds?
Yes, yeah.
And therefore the...
No, that would make it 18.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Therefore the problem comes in when they get busted for
Yeah.
child pornography. But you know what? That'd be something to be picked up. And it's surprising me. That's number 3 on the list.
Yeah, yeah.
And you think about it, number 3 on the list to be made, and that's such a horrible child pornography, sexist
Well,
thing for Hollywood.
I don't know. Have you seen Porky's?
Yeah,
I was going to say, it seems very similar to Porky.
It's got to be like picked up from a National Lampoon kind of,
Yeah.
studio. But what surprises me, it's number 3 on the list of all these executives.
Yeah, well, I'm not too keen on most of these, at least by the 1 or 2 sentence description.
Yeah, and each one of these just does a couple sentence description.
Yeah, let me see. Sex sells. So it's number 3. There you go.
Let's see. I got on page 2, Situation Comedy by Kat Vasco.
What's that one?
A young woman feeling directionless stumbles upon a mysterious courtyard where she is transported into a sitcom-like universe, becoming a major character on this, quote, TV show. Kind of sounds like Pleasantville.
Yeah, except it's a sitcom instead of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pleasantville was great.
Oh, I love Pleasantville.
Very well done.
I actually bracketed that one, believe it or not.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I also did a little pointy arrow to Aether. That's Christy Wilson Cairns.
Yes.
In near future London, Revolutionary technology has been invented that can record sounds hours after they were made. So Detective Harry Orwell,
Get it?
inventor of this technology,
I get it.
is part of a pilot program where investigators record and analyze past sound waves, and he finds himself the prime suspect while investigating a string of brutal murders.
It's kind of like Minority Report a little bit.
You know, a little bit, except it's like Minority Report retro audible version only.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Not bad, but interesting. I mean, you know, it could be kind of Doctor Who-ish a little bit.
But Jeff, you got anything?
On page 2?
Yeah. I haven't seen much else.
Not really on page 2.
The one you picked, like, I did look at that. Did look interesting.
It did.
Let's see here.
Page 3.
The page 3, I was a little curious about.
I have 2. Let's see if you got the same 2 as I do.
I doubt it.
No.
I see what you have
No, I'm
marked.
covering it up. I'm covering it up, folks.
No, the
this
one
is
that-
integrity. Podcast integrity. I've covered up my list.
The one
ahead.
that kind of intrigues me is Dodge.
That's not it.
The genre-bending action comedy about pill-popping thug who begins to develop superpowers.
Yeah. I do like it.
Genre bending.
Genre bending. I mean, you
Action
can't plug it.
comedy.
Action comedy. I think I could get into that. I think.
Well, you know, a lot of people
If
who
done
drugs
right.
are schizophrenic to begin with,
I was
and they develop superpowers.
I was looking at Moonfall, which I talked about last week, about a murder investigation on a moon colony. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but it was kind of similar to what was the one Moon movie where the guy's on the moon by himself? He's a clone.
Oh, Moon.
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 Yeah,
Moon.
Yeah, Moon. Yeah, Rockwell. Sam Rockwell. Similar to that. Yeah.
Which ones did you have, Blake?
Well, Jeff, you had 2, didn't you?
No.
That was it. You had 1. I had 2.
One.
What'd you have?
I've got one that has Peter Dinklage written all over.
Oh, the
it.
Munchkin?
The Munchkin.
Yes.
A little person, private eye, investigates the disappearance of a young actress in 1930s Hollywood, leading him to uncover conspiracies involving the Wizard of Oz and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer brass.
That is very interesting.
Hell yeah, it's interesting. I'll pay $10 to go see that.
There was a movie that I was looking forward to, and I don't think it ever came out. They had pictures in Entertainment Weekly. They were filming it. And Jeff, you might remember this. It was about, not really the Muppets, but like those type. And the one is a private eye, and the Muppet, like the puppets keep getting killed. And it's
The
human.
Muppets keep getting killed.
It's basically like a version of the Muppets keep getting killed, and there's human actors in it and the puppets.
Really?
Yeah. And I can't think of it. And it was supposed to come out and never did. At least theatrically.
All right,
So-
everybody, Twitter bomb.
We
Twitter
need to find
bomb
that.
Jason.
We need
He
to
needs
find
the
that.
answer. Here's the other one I had. I had The Defection. After Edward Snowden affair, an intelligence contractor defects to North Korea, taking a mysterious bag with him, and the CIA hires an expert trained during the Cold War to help with the case.
You want to take a bet the CIA guy following him learns something important against the country, and he turns, and he's a good guy too? What do you think?
No, he's just got the Sony, movie list for the next
He's got the
10
interview.
years.
Amy Pascal is the lady that's walking into
That's
North
right, Amy
Korea.
Pascal is portrayed in this movie.
Let's see. Next page.
Next page. How many you got? Anybody got?
I got
one.
Bird Box.
I got one. It's
Uh,
not the Bird
I
Box.
didn't write them down, but I do. Let me go through them here. Bird Box. Woman tries to lead her children to safety after the world is invaded by monsters who turn you insane upon sight. I like that idea. It's different.
Instead of turning you to stone like Medusa, it just turns you crazy.
Crazy.
You
Anything
go like nuts like 38 days later or something.
Ooh. Jeff, what you got?
Oh, I don't have anything on this page.
Okay.
I have one.
What's that?
This one is perfect for product placement in movies.
Okay.
It's called The Founder.
Yeah, I was going to say the McDonald's one.
By Rob Siegel, their origin story of McDonald's and Raymond Albert Ray Kroc.
I'm going to bite into this good old Big Mac.
That's right. You want to talk about product placement out the ass? Or in your ass? Or in your stomach? Or in your fat cells? This one is it. The symbol of American capitalism worldwide. Why wouldn't you make that movie? Somebody's going to. and you might as well supersize it.
I get it now. Next page. Anything, Jeff? Nope.
On this page, the one that
I have two.
kind of intrigues me, I think,
I
is
have two.
Beef.
And one that kind of intrigues me.
Beef.
And that's not it.
The manager of a fast food chain in Muncie, Indiana, gets over his head with some bookies.
And that seems quirky enough. It could be like a waitress type movie, like that type of mentality.
Almost sounds like Clerks 2.
Not bookies though as much. Clerks 2 was such a good film.
All right.
I made a Lord of the Rings freak throw up.
And I'll never look at women dancing to ABC as I
Oh,
look at
Rosario
Jackson
Dawson.
5. That's right.
ABC.
Oh my.
Okay, Blake, what's yours?
One intriguing called Black Winter. Mm-hmm. On the eve of U.S.-Soviet disarmament treaty, a British scientist and a NATO medical investigator discover a secret Soviet plot to unleash a terrifying biological weapon.
Okay.
You know, in that genre, there's actually a ton of, future dystopias and future viruses and biological weapons that wipe out mankind on this list. But that one kind of intrigues me.
Okay.
I got two that I like. One's called Cartoon Girl.
I saw that. That could be really good.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. When a young boy finds out that the cartoon character he's in love with is based on a real girl, he drags a single father on a road trip to track her down.
That could be like Nebraska, but with a younger version. Mm-hmm.
And then the other one I got is Possession, a love story. Jack Stanley wrote it. It says, in a seemingly perfect marriage, a man discovers that he's actually wedded to a demon inhabiting another woman's body.
I like it.
Isn't that all married men?
I'm not saying that you're in trouble as it is. May. I do like,
Just don't forget her birthday. You don't have to deal with the demon. Demon.
The next page, I got I Am Ryan Reynolds. I'm kidding on this one.
I actually circled this one.
An inside look at the marriage, career, and mental state of 2010 sexiest man alive.
The mental state of the
What?
2010 sexiest man alive. And which it should be is, why, dear God, did you agree to do Green Lantern?
That would be the biggest question on that.
It's like a reboot of Being John Malkovich.
Let's see. On this page, I was intrigued with Solaritas. Mm-hmm. When a missing astronaut crash lands 40 years after he launched, having not aged a day, his elderly twin brother helps him escape the NASA scientists hunting him. As the government closes in, neither brother is who they claim to be.
I like that one. I thought that was good
Now
too.
that one
both aliens.
intrigues me.
They're both aliens.
Okay.
I have three.
Yeah,
on
he's
this
got
one.
some on this. I also had Wonka.
I have that, yes. Take it.
A dark reimagining of the Willy Wonka story, beginning in World War II and culminating with his takeover of the chocolate factory.
Yeah.
Because there is something behind Wonka there.
Shit.
There is. Well, it's a allegory. A lot of reasons about...
Okay, you can just turn off your brain now, Jason, because the adults are speaking.
Yes.
Hate Willy Wonka.
You're wrong.
And the origins of the Oompa Loompas, that'd be pretty cool. And the inspiration because of... And also why you need to be a good boy or girl.
What's your other ones, Blake?
I got two of them. The Shower
Okay.
by Jay Schaefer.
Oh, okay.
At a baby shower for their longtime friend, the attendees suddenly find themselves in the middle of a different type of shower. Meteors that release a vapor, turning men into blood-hungry aliens.
I like it, but unfortunately, they would probably make that a really bad.
It's a bad situation horror comedy.
The only issue is if they make it into a man bashing thing, like.
Oh, it is. Purely.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. My problem with it is there should be no men at a baby shower.
That is true. I
mean, the movie nothing would happen.
That's
They'd
why
show
the
up, all
meteor
the men
shower.
turn
There
into...
should be no men at a wedding shower either. I hate couple showers.
It should be against the rules.
Yes.
Remember, it's all about the bride, okay? Just remember that.
Any-
Jackpot.
Oh, okay.
After a group of bumbling teachers win a large amount of money, their greed and incompetence put them on a hilarious path toward death and destruction.
Wasn't this a ABC show?
Hilarious.
Lucky 7 or what it was?
I don't know that.
It lasted like 3 weeks.
In the world
Same idea. Let's see, next page. Let's
Next
see, we're almost at
page.
the end here.
I got 2.
I don't have to go through all
What
these
do you got?
because, geez, oh, Pete.
Actually,
ahead.
I got 2.5.
Okay.
I'm the only one?
Go ahead.
All right, history buff that I am. Bismarck.
Okay.
As Britain struggles through the darkest hours of World War II, a naval officer, I mean, I don't know why I'm drawn to this movie, raw from the loss of his ship during the evacuation of Dunkirk, is thrust into the thick hunt for the Nazi super battleship Bismarck, and is based on a true story.
I liked, where was it? The Bringing.
I've got that circled.
Private investigator investigates a mysterious murder at a downtown LA hotel. Covers his dark supernatural path. Supposedly based on true events.
Based on true
We'll
events.
see how
I think
that
that
goes.
could be kind of interesting, too. And then I have a side note here for Erin's voice. Mm-hmm. Erin as in female. E-R-I-N.
This intrigued me a
S.
lot. I did like this one.
A deaf computer genius's world is thrown into turmoil when he meets a troubled coffee shop waitress whose voice turns out to be the only thing he can miraculously hear.
And what they should do is the first 20 minutes, you know, since the deaf computer genius is the star,
Yes.
there should be no sound in the movie until you hear her the first time. There you go. Book it, Dano.
Or it's just be guys ignoring women that talking to them. One or the other thing, I don't know.
How's
But you know what that reminds me of, Erin's voice? You know what it reminds me of?
Your
the quote?
situation?
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of this quote? Never go full retard. So whoever picks this up is going to win an Oscar.
That's
Based upon the never go full retard.
And oh god, have you ever watched that on television?
Yes.
Edited for television. They will not say the word retard.
No.
Yeah,
They
because
say
it's offensive.
special.
Yeah, it's a
Never go full I mean,
Yeah,
just
that's
cut the damn scene if that's the case. I mean, well, you're going full special. You never go full special. I'm like,
Really?
what
Is
the?
they
Yeah.
dub it
Kind of
that?
like Major League. Strike this guy out.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay.
just get rid of the scene if you're gonna cut the an offensive word.
Censorship's bad.
Did you just say cut it out?
Sorry,
Sorry, Full House. Okay, let's get through. We got 2 more. Let's do 2 more, people.
Censorship's bad.
2 more. Anybody got?
Censorship's bad.
Anyone got 2 good ones?
Uncle
I
Shelby.
got 2 more.
I got
Okay.
Uncle Shelby.
I do too.
The little-known, personal, heartbreaking, and darker side of cartoonist / author Shel Silverstein.
I like that. I like that.
Can I
Because
say
he
2
was
words?
a little crazy.
Can I say 2 words about Uncle Shelby?
Go ahead.
Fuck yeah. Because if you are anybody that has any taste or anything like that, especially if you're a kid growing up, if you have not read The Giving Tree, Where the Sidewalk Ends, or A Light in the Attic, then you have no
Soul.
understanding or soul appreciation of poetry along any of those lines. Nor would you understand, any, Johnny Cash songs.
Boy named Sue.
Boy Named Sue. How do you do?
Yeah.
And the sad part is, well, I wouldn't say the sad part. Well, it is kind of a sad part. His books are banned in some libraries across the U.S. because censorship is bad. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Because, Shel Silverstein, in addition to doing these wonderful children books, he does have an adult male side to him.
Yeah.
And he has done Playboy cartoons in the past as well, which, by the way, are pretty fucking funny as well. So, fuck yeah, to the Shel Silverstein Uncle Shelby movie. I'll stand in line to go see that.
I like The Wild Ones. In a corrupt southern town, a dangerous sociopath runs bare-knuckle boxing fights that pit its youths against each other.
Utes.
Youth. It's kids.
Utes.
Unfortunately, that could be turned into an MTV type, they need a hard R rating on that, not
Utes.
not an MTV.
Utes.
Anything else? We got time for maybe one more here. What we got? Anyone?
Based on an acclaimed graphic novel by John Backdorf, Jeffrey Dahmer struggles with a difficult family life as a young boy.
I don't need
And
to.
during his teenage years, he slowly transforms, edging closer to the serial killer he becomes.
Don't need to see that.
My Friend Dahmer. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's called My Friend Dahmer.
No, I don't need to see any biopic of Jeffrey Dahmer.
And I would do it because this is when he was living in Doylestown, Ohio, which is close to my hometown. And Dahmer is, shall we say, Infamous.
Is it close to the Dogman up there?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's about crosstown,
Okay.
30 miles.
Okay. Shifting gears here. Speak of movies that shouldn't have been greenlit.
Shifting out of neutral to
Crap.
first.
Fantastic Four is in trouble, possibly.
Very
Oh,
well.
no.
The new movie reboot.
Again?
Yes. Bleeding Cool is reporting that 20th Century studio bosses are not pleased with how Fantastic Four has turned out, and they think it looks more like Chronicle 2. Good movie, Chronicle.
I've never seen Chronicle.
Rather than Fantastic Four. It's a little bit darker. Well, here's the issue. You have the director of Chronicle directing Fantastic Four. What do you expect? Let's see here. They said the Fantastic Four is a mess and that there's some major disquiet behind the scenes. Expensive reshoots are apparently being demanded, and they're rebuilding sets in Louisiana for this.
So, how many screenwriters did they have writing this and screwing it up?
1,800.
There you go.
But according to Badass Digest, Badass claims they too.
Hey, do we have a business card from Badass
Not yet.
Digest yet, Jason?
I'll email them again.
You need to work on that.
I will.
Because I want it.
Badass Digest claims they too have heard about reshoots, but add that these have been planned for well over a month now. They said Fantastic Four is good. They have talked to some people. But they said it's a very much an old school origin story.
Oh, we love origin stories.
And they aren't really the Fantastic Four until the very end of the movie. Why? No, it's called Fantastic Four. We don't need a fucking hour and a half long movie. We had two origin story. We had two fucking shitty Fantastic Four movies that addressed it.
No,
Somewhat
they really
above
the
average
shitty
for?
ones. They were just too bad.
I'm talking about the
Roger Corman?
Yeah, Roger Corman one.
The pretty good four?
Oh my god, fuck
I
this
actually,
movie.
if it's done right, I think the
3.0
origin story could be very intriguing.
I like that Trank, the guy that did Chronicle, is directing it. I like that. And I like that it's going a little bit darker.
Yeah.
But, oh god.
I just like the fact that Badass Digest commented on it.
They said, no, wait! So, and you're not a big Fantastic Four fan, are you, Jeff?
I'm not a huge fan of
Okay.
them in the comics or whatnot.
Now,
but
let's think about it.
if you may take them a little darker, I might like them a little more.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know, you got a guy that can stretch
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Ooh.
You got
Sue
a guy
Storm.
that's a big rock.
Yeah.
You got a guy that can be a torch. And fire is good.
Yeah.
Fire. Everybody likes to play with fire.
Sue Storm is smart and she's invisible.
And she's a chick.
Yeah. Kind of like your wife's birthday was this past week. Invisible.
Invisible.
Oh.
Come on, Nick, wake up. Okay, Hollywood Reporter is another debacle that Tom Hardy has withdrawn from Warner Brothers' Suicide Squad movie.
Yes.
According to the Wrap, it was the English actor's filming commitment, which is going over schedule. Supposedly Jake Gyllenhaal is now in that role as Rick Flag. The twist is that Tom Hardy left because he was going to be a good guy in it, and you see it from his perspective, and then in the end, he flips and he's actually a bad guy. So that's the reason why he left. He didn't want to be a bad guy.
So did you just ruin the movie for me?
You think that's actually how it's going to end? It's been out for like 2 weeks now.
I thought the original.
I may have spoiled it.
I tend to avoid reading
Sorry.
things about movie
The
spoilers.
news story that I read was the fact that the movie he's working on, his filming is going over,
Yeah.
and therefore he can't squeeze it in. Or
I
do
don't
you think
know.
that's just his excuse?
I don't know. I think that could be. Supposedly, Joker plays a Hannibal Lecter type guy that he's in prison for most of the film. So I could see that. I like that idea. I like that they just keep going back to him to get ideas, and I could see him playing. I could see that being a Joker, Hannibal Lecter type.
Going back, maybe see him once.
Yeah,
I couldn't see them. Oh, every time they do something, what does the Joker have to say
Wow.
about this?
Yeah.
Going to him once to get information or whatever, especially if it leads to development of maybe the Harley Quinn character because of
Yeah.
her past with him. I could see that.
Supposedly it's not an origin story though. Like they're not delving too much into the origins. Thank God. It worries me that I hope Will Smith is not the focus. I know he's going to be because he's Deadshot.
Yeah.
But
Because he's
And
Will
he's
Smith.
yeah.
You know, he's probably the highest paid actor out of them all.
Yeah.
being there.
So opens August 5th, 2016. And finally, Fox TV group Gary Newman announced plans to revive The X-Files, which ran from 93 to 2002.
Yeah.
They're hopeful to bring it back. They say right now it's a timing issue, but they have reached out to Chris Carter and Gillian Anderson, and David Duchovny.
It's
That's
Jillian.
awesome.
Gillian, sorry. And Gillian Anderson did say on
Wanting to play Dana Scully
Yep,
again.
that she would be fucking overjoyed. She told Chris Hardwick during a Nerdist podcast.
Well, she should, because she hasn't done shit since.
She's actually in a really good British or Irish TV show where she plays a detective. So it's on Netflix and Amazon.
Oh, okay. So it did well over in the Isles.
Yes, just it hasn't come here.
We're not
yet.
here in the Norte
Yeah.
Americano.
So, but yeah. So there you go. There's news. Would anybody care about X-Files?
Hell yeah. How many Sunday nights have I watched Fox just for X-Files alone?
What about when it was on Fridays?
That too.
Okay. They also said Prison Break might be coming back too.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, Prison Break. Yeah,
Prison Break was interesting
is
for
weird.
maybe an 8 episode run, and then it just got ridiculous.
Yeah. I did like how you have the tattoos on the back. I thought that was
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was
cool.
cool.
That was
As if-
cool.
As if that wouldn't give you away when they're checking you in.
But it was obscured as exactly what they were. They didn't know it was a map.
Yeah, you know, high pressure water and soap will do that.
Yeah, it was X-Files, whatever. You know, I don't know if I really want to see those two guys in the lead roles. Anderson,
Why not?
maybe, I don't know.
If they do it as like a mini series, maybe I couldn't see him doing like a
limited-
whole
like a limited
22
miniseries.
issue and
Yeah.
continuing renewing it every year. Maybe like an 8 episode or 6 episode mini series or something
Okay.
with a common thread to take them through, but different stories each week. I could see that, but the thing is, it ran its course.
Yeah.
I really believe that. So I don't know if it. Really
While we're at it,
needs
bring
to be
Fringe
done.
back. Oh, sorry. And Dollhouse. Okay, so there's your
Friday the 13th
yes, the series.
series.
There's
Yeah,
your
okay, you can keep Friday the 13th the series.
and the movie.
I just had another good-looking redheaded lady in it. There's no common relation to it other than that.
Okay. There's your news of the geek.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, this week for our box office recap, we've got a box office boom, and a box office bomb.
Boom diggity.
All right, we'll start with the bomb because, hey, that's what Marty's intro tells us to do.
That's right.
This week, Blackhat made $4 million on a budget of $70 million.
What Hemsworth was in that?
That was
Thor.
Chris.
Was it
Thor.
Chris? Okay. And it's a hacker that does something. I don't know.
He's in jail, and they have to get him out of jail to help him solve whatever evil person's plot or whatnot.
And what does Doug say? He did send us some feedback here.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it
on there?
on here?
Is it at its current,
Oh, there we go,
current
yeah.
pace?
At its current pace, Blackhat will have to stay in the theaters until May 26th to make its money back. Will it do it? I don't know if it will stay in the theater till January 26th.
That's a good one, actually. I don't think it will. $4 million. Can we say Michael Mann is not making any more movies for a while?
Oh, yeah. And, that really hurts the bankability of Chris Hemsworth here.
Oh man, $4 million. You know, I think Chris Hemsworth will be okay because he'll just make another Marvel movie and he'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Michael Mann is done. He can't make anything else. Why would they let him do anything else?
What did he do before this?
Public Enemies, Heat, Collateral. What else did he do? I forget what
Miami
else.
Vice.
Miami Vice, which was a bomb.
There was one other good one I liked, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
We discussed this last week. but
Yeah, I
don't
can't think of
remember
it,
now.
but
Or was that Michael Bay?
no, it was
No,
not
Michael Bay has
Mann.
not done any good ones.
Okay. That's a bad idea.
Bad. What else, Jeff?
And apparently, as a bomb, Exodus: Gods and Kings is up to $64 million on a $140 million budget,
Oh, they
down to 29th place for this week. I'm
barely
surprised.
broke 50%.
I'm surprised it's still out.
Let my people go.
I don't know. Is that doing anything internationally?
Well, here's the problem. It did make money internationally. I think it made $160 million internationally.
Okay. So
it's going to make its money back, but
not here in the
not
States.
here, which helps me. 29th place, I like.
Because we're a bunch of godless heathens
That's right.
who didn't hire Egyptians for their actual roles.
No, we just hired Christian Bale.
Exactly. That's one of the criticisms about them.
Let my people go.
Let my people go.
Part the Red Sea. Where is she?
All right, Jason's not allowed to talk.
Okay,
Now
next.
for the good things at the box office.
Yay.
Number one this weekend of January 16th through the 18th, American Sniper made $90 million in its first wide release week, so a total of $93.5 million on a budget of almost $59 million.
Did anyone expect this to be that big?
No.
I think it shocked a lot of people. They originally came out with the limited release would be considered for the Oscars.
Yeah.
And because of that, people didn't think it would be considered for the Oscars. But it surprised everybody because guess what? The Academy nominated it.
Yeah. And I expect 25 million tops for the week.
And that would have been a good week.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 90 was
million.
just...
I heard from a couple coworkers that went separately, and each one of them said it was sold out. And they said, which is unheard of at most theaters now, I mean. And that was on a Friday night, and one went on a Saturday.
Well, especially in January, you tend not to... I mean, it's... The Oscar-type movies tend not to be huge sellers. No. And what did I say? That was the best weekend for a
R-rated
drama.
Oh.
Opening weekend, or at least wide release opening weekend for a drama.
Especially when January is usually the shit show.
Yeah.
So, what else, Jeff?
Number two was The Wedding Ringer.
Kevin Hart
Made $21 million on its opening week with a budget of $23 million, so it'll get its money back.
I like Kevin Hart. He just does pretty shitty films.
So here's
his
the
stand-up
deal.
is okay, but his films he acts in, there's nothing that appeals to me.
So what about the concept though? He's like your best man for hire. At
I don't understand that concept at all.
If he shows up at your wedding for a best man, don't you think all the rest of your groomsmen and everybody else will be like,
who the fuck
is this guy?
We don't even have groomsmen.
We never even met the guy.
No, he's got no male friends apparently. It's kind of like an "I love you, man" idea. Where he hires this guy because he doesn't want to look embarrassing to his wife's family.
It's I Love You Man mixed with Hitch.
Yeah, something like that.
Which they're making Hitch into a TV show. Which could work, actually, as a TV show.
It could. I could see that actually pulling
Don't they already have it
on USA. Tell me it's on USA Network.
I don't know if it is, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't they already have it, but in the female form called Millionaire Matchmaker?
Well, yeah, but there's a comedy.
Oh.
And this is
I
on
thought Millionaire Matchmaker was a comedy.
Well, no, that's a train wreck.
Oh, that's a train wreck.
They're actually going to admit this is fake.
Okay, all right.
What else, Jeff?
Paddington made
fake.
$19 million as its opening weekend on an unknown budget.
Fuck that movie.
I'm sure the CGI alone cost more than $19 million, since it cost $130 million to do cartoon penguins.
That's right. Anytime they go unknown budget, they're a little embarrassed to tell you how much it cost.
God, fuck Paddington. God damn them.
Hey, there are probably a lot of British folk that like Paddington
I'm not against the
Bears.
I'm against Paddington.
It's their Winnie the Pooh.
I hate Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh's British. How do you hate Winnie the Pooh?
What?
Jesus.
Oh my! I hate Willy Wonka. I hate Winnie the Pooh. I hate everything that's good in your childhood. Me.
Yeah, but I like Mr. Fister. I mean, Mr. Fisto.
Like He-Man, Turtles. Sorry, I got taste.
Yeah, apparently you don't.
Well, it's taste, but
Not good
what
taste.
kind?
What's next?
Taken 3, $14 million, a total of 62 on a budget of 48.
For the third time, I'm going to find out who you are again and find out where you are again. And I'm going to hunt you down and kill you because obviously I didn't do enough the first time.
You could just look at caller ID. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Oh, it's
Apple,
you.
find my friends. Oh, shit, there you are.
And number 5, Selma made $8 million, a total of $26 million on a budget of $20 million.
Is it bad that every time I see Selma in writing, I always think it's what is it? Serena?
Yeah, that is bad.
The J-Lo one?
Selena?
Selena, sorry.
Selena.
Have you been checked for dyslexia?
I may have, and I'm not mocking it. I'm just, every time I see it, I'm just like, I look like Selena?
No, but at least, perfect timing. It came out for Martin Luther King weekend and the holiday.
I won't see it because Oprah's involved. Fuck her.
I can't believe you hate Oprah.
I
mean,
hate
she's
Oprah.
like the nicest person in the world.
Yeah, whatever. I'm moving on. Fuck her.
All right, upcoming for the weekend beginning January 23rd, we have The Boy Next Door, starring J-Lo, Mordecai with John Depp,
Who is this John Depp? Is he a new guy?
and from the mind of George Lucas, The Strange Magic.
Starring Hayden Christensen.
So how many of these are going to be in the box office bombs next week?
All three.
All right.
I'm going over under. I think one is in the top 5 next week.
Ooh, okay. We'll
Blake,
find
how
out.
many?
0.
Jeff?
I think 2 will be in the top 5.
Okay.
All right. So that will bring us to top 5. Actually, we got hidden gems.
Okay, go ahead.
Got a couple hidden gems.
Go ahead.
A couple things I want to throw out there. Looking at Kickstarter, there's some games out there that I want to plug. I want people, if you like playing games and like supporting independent creators, there are a couple games on Kickstarter that I will recommend. One being called Spirits of the Rice Paddies. It's kind of a Euro game, agriculture-ish, but with rice instead of all the other crap, so it's a little different. Couple of unique game elements and things on how to do that. It's created by a Cincinnati-based game designer who I've got a couple of his games, and I will highly recommend, Philip Dewberry. So go check out Spirits of the Rice Paddy, and if it seems to interest you, go ahead and click the thing and support it.
Donate.
And there is also one coming out called Schrodinger's Cats from 9th Level Games. These are the same minds that brought us Cobalt Ate My Babies. They're a fun group of people, and I will highly recommend anything they put together because, I've met these people several times, and they're always the height of my Origins experience, doing like the Cobalt's Midnight Massacre and stuff. So go ahead and check that out and give them their support.
You say Origins, that's the gaming convention in Columbus, Ohio.
That is correct, yes.
We hopefully will be there this year.
Yay! Well, I'll be there anyway.
Yes.
But those are my hidden gems. If you feel like helping out some game creators, I recommend those.
I'm glad. I don't have any. Top 5 this week is top 5 TV spin-offs we would like to see.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yes. What did you do?
No, that's what I did.
Oh, okay. We did do movie spin-offs before,
Yes.
but not TV ones. Hey, give us a break, people. 55 episodes. We're trying to do 5.
You do this for a year every week, and you send us your top 5s.
Yeah, send
We
us
wouldn't
some.
have to do our own.
Top 5 TV spin-offs we would like to see. Blake's been going last the last couple weeks because of our guest and going around. So, Blake, you go first this week. What's your number 5?
I don't know what to do going first.
You look at your list and read what's listed.
I
next
usually
to
make
5.
these up when you guys
He
first
just woke
start.
up. He just woke up from a nap.
Oh, this is where I take my nap. No, seriously. Number 5. I would like to see. I'm a big fan of Arrested Development. I would, based upon your fist pumping and hitting
Well,
of the
you're-
table,
you're
I
wrong
may be
again,
overlapping
Jason.
here with Jason.
Title of this
And
should
he
be
may
Jason's Wrong Again.
No Wedded Bliss?
well, wait a minute. Let's think about this. There's a lot of ways you can go with Arrested Development with their spin-offs. I would like to see 2. I would like to see Tobias Funke, David Cross character. Or I'd
As
like
the
to see
anal
Barry
rapist?
Zuckerman. Henry Winkler, the Henry Winkler's attorney.
incompetent attorney.
Yes, the incompetent attorney. I can see both of those going off on a spin-off.
Maybe they should go into business together.
Yeah, it could be. Jason, would you like to expand upon that? Since you're shaking your head.
Well, I just took a nap. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, Jason can't expand upon it because he actually never watched the show, so he can't tell you anything.
I watched 2 episodes when it first premiered.
Oh.
I was bored. I thought it was dumb.
So
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
I know I'm wrong. Everybody tells me I'm wrong. Well, you two.
No, pretty much everybody will tell you
that's
you're wrong
pretty much
on this.
everybody. Yeah.
This is a show you actually have to pay attention to, and you don't pay attention to your shows.
I'm sorry, what was going on? Is it my turn?
They're running jokes throughout the entire series. It's fucking funny. It's for smart people, Jason. That's why you don't get it.
I'm my SMRT.
Yes.
All right, Jason, what's your number 5?
All right, Jason. Yeah.
Speaking of idiots,
with your number 5, please. I'd like to hear it.
I'm a fucking idiot now. Look
That's
at
right.
this reality show with Mark Cuban. I really do want to see a reality show with Mark Cuban.
Okay, we're moving on because
Right.
no one wants to see a reality
All right,
show
Jeff,
of any
next.
way, shape, or form.
Thought he would be kind of cool. I like him on Shark Tank. I think he would be fun to follow around for a while. Okay, moving on, Jeff. Fuck you all.
So we go from Arrested Development to reality show with Mark Cuban.
Okay.
And now we're going to bring the IQ back up with Jeff's number 5.
I don't know how far we're going with the IQ, but
Or at least up
I want
a little bit.
the spinoff I want to see, especially after last week. I really want to see Johnny Karate.
Oh, Johnny from
The Parks and Rec,
Parks and Rec.
spinoff of the Andy Dwyer character, doing
I would watch
maybe even a
that
behind the scenes look of them doing a kid show with Andy Dwyer as Johnny Karate.
I could watch that.
It won't happen because Chris Pratt's too big for that now. But
or completing the claymation project.
Ben White get his claymation completed.
He spent hours on it. He stands up.
Can we do? Or would you do a?
Blake's making
I'm
himself
gonna
laugh.
pass out for lack of oxygen.
Okay, so I actually would watch that. But jump forward, Jeff.
Number 4, I'm going with some sort of DC Justice League spinoff of Arrow and
Justice
Flash.
League of America.
Okay.
Yes. Well, they're starting to introduce other characters in these shows,
Adam,
like
Flash,
Adam,
Green Arrow, Firestorm.
Firestorm, and just maybe kind of like different characters each week, do different things and whatnot.
Supposedly, Supergirl, which is coming to CBS, might interact with Arrow
Ooh.
How's she gonna interact?
with a pointy tip.
Oh,
But
Anyways.
I'd like to see, just where you, instead of just the same characters over, just an interaction, kind of like, just bring, Super Friends, just live action.
I like it.
Where-
I picked my shows that are no longer on the air because I figured if they're still on the air, they could still do those little.
Yeah, but they're probably
sideways
not going to.
episodes.
Well, we're doing it differently. Because, whoever the intern that wrote this is not specific.
That's right.
My number 4 is Javier from Castle, and I want his prequel days. And I want a darker turn because he mentions in Castle,
Well, he was in the drug department, or the drug...
he was in DA. I'm talking before that, the military. He was part of the sniper unit. He was part of a little bit more hardcore guys. I think that would be really cool. You could still do some of the humor, but I would like to see some of like his past. He's of all the characters on that show, that's the one I am most intrigued by. So Javi from Castle, want him to get a spin-off. It's not going to happen. Blake, you're number 4.
How many times you watched the series and said there are so many damn loose ends
8.
that were left unwrapped up that you would like to see those things wrapped up
LA
or
Law?
see more of the backstory? No, I'm talking
What
about.
happened to Benny?
I'm talking about what we got into an argument on last week's episode. I'm talking about Lost.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I thought about Lost, and
Yeah.
there's nothing I want... I think a spinoff of Lost would be terrible.
Oh, God.
No, you're wrong. See, this is where.
Oh, Jeff's wrong.
How many people were so ticked off about the so many loose ends of Lost that were not wrapped up that you could actually probably go through and do just like a Lost season of episodes of wrapping up the loose end stories.
As long as they could address the polar bear.
They did. They wrapped that up.
Oh,
I was
my
just
goodness.
kidding. I never watched Lost. I'm just kidding.
And that's good because you only need to see the first episode and the last, and you're good to go.
So I haven't seen Arrested Development or Lost. So both things on Blake's list. What's your number 3?
I said you only need 2 episodes for Lost. You need 4 seasons of Arrested Development, okay?
So it's number 3, Blake.
Number 3. There are so many storylines for Game of Thrones.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
Okay.
But
They're all over the place.
But you said your list was all shows that weren't currently on.
I lied.
Oh!
We can't count. We can't read.
Can't read. That's right. No. I like to see a lot of Game of Thrones. There are so many storylines that you can go through that we could probably save it for the Game of Thrones podcast
Yes.
that we'll do before Game of Thrones comes back on with Chris Bednar.
I'll be out of town for business at the one of these months, so right before Game of Thrones, so you guys can go record it.
That's what we will do. We'll record it without you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fuck off. My number 3 is Suicide Squad from Arrow, the Arrow universe.
Wait a minute. They're coming out with a movie, Suicide Squad.
Different people.
He doesn't want to see the movie. He wants to see the TV show. Screw the movie.
Yeah, I'd rather see the TV show. So that is mine. I think there's a lot of cool characters in it that aren't in the movie. So I'm intrigued. And I like the Arrow universe a lot, which equates to my next couple.
I want to see Arrow and Supergirl together. That's it.
I just want to see Arrow.
He wants to see Felicity.
I just want to see Supergirl.
Felicity. Chris Pratt abs.
Ah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, well, with the spin-off of Better Call Saul coming out from the Breaking Bad, I thought, what else is worth, actually, what I'm more intrigued...
Breaking Bad would be good for
from Breaking
spin-off?
Bad. Gustav Fring, the early years. The head bad guy before Walter White becomes the head bad guy.
Before he whacks him.
Great spoiler.
Yeah, you ruined it for Jason.
Sorry. Catch up with the modern times, Jason.
But
if you had real TV,
it
would be a problem.
It's on Netflix. I can watch it.
I want to kind of see a prequel of what Gus does, to build his empire, leading up to the Breaking Bad.
Okay. I can think I know what your number 2 is.
I don't think you do.
It's a spin-off of Hustle and Flow with... they made that. It's called Empire on Fox.
Don't even know what that is.
It's a Hustle and Flow with Terrence...
Terrence Howard?
Yeah. It looks dead on.
Tara Manning's in that too, isn't she? Okay.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Tara Reid in that too?
No, she is not. Sharknado 3.
For number 2, since we were discussing Breaking Bad and spin-offs...
Well, you were.
Yeah, so I was. I would like to see...
You shall continue.
I shall continue, my number 2.
Yes.
And this one doesn't necessarily have to be a full show. Maybe just webisodes or something. I might even talked about this in the past.
Okay.
Maybe a Netflix
But I
series.
want to see a Badger and Skinny Pete show.
What's that?
There's characters from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
They were kind of the humor behind it.
Okay.
And I just want to, see Badger and Skinny Pete with their goofy antics. You could even do an animated show. I would be fine with that.
There's a lot of debate going on here with the top 5 spin-offs. Very controversial tonight. All of us were like, okay, that's fine.
All right.
Number 2 for me is a Sons of Anarchy prequel. The early days, which they're supposedly making, maybe.
When they're on tricycles and bicycles.
Yes.
Sons of Anarchy babies. It's kind of like the Muppet Babies. You see little Jack's in a diaper.
You only see Clay's legs.
Gemma's legs.
And they're putting a little wheel spoke, cars in the wheel spokes.
You have Jax and Opie.
right.
Yeah.
You have
the ice cream man. Put him down.
You have Tig dating both Raggedy Ann and Andy. I like that movie. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'd rather see a Muppet Babies version of Sons of Anarchy.
You got the Super Pop? I wanted the Super Pop.
And I want it as a cartoon.
Where's the gumball?
Oh, well, never mind then. Forget it. I was going to say 1960s, the original 9.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
I thought it was in production or at least pre-production.
He said he's going to probably wait a couple of years before he starts. So, but I like the Muppet Babies version better. Okay, Blake, what's your number 2?
My number 2, actually I have 2 for number 2.
Of course you do.
Because I couldn't make up my mind.
Okay.
because both are shows that I really liked, but I like to see spin-offs, and I'd be happy with any of them. It would be News Radio.
Oh, good one.
Oh,
Who's the
Jason will
spin-off?
definitely agree with that.
I could go on either of them. It could be with
Andy
Rogan?
Dick?
No,
Not
not
Andy
Rogan.
Dick.
No, not Andy Dick. No, what's his name from Kids in the Hall?
Dave
his
Foley?
character,
Dave
maybe.
Foley.
Dave Foley
Yeah.
after News Radio, maybe. The female love interest. What's her name? I can't
Mara
remember.
Tierney?
Mara Tierney went on to that dumbass doctor show.
ER?
Yeah.
Dumbass doctor show. She's supposed to have
know.
a new show coming out.
Yeah.
Is she?
I
Supposed
could,
to.
maybe Dave Foley and her, and something kind of like a spin-off
That
together. I
show
could
was
do that.
so good until Phil Hartman died.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
John Lovitz tried, but
tried.
he couldn't do it.
That show
yeah.
even made Joe Rogan not look bad.
Yeah.
That's true.
Andy Dick was even coherent.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, for the most part, exactly.
I like cats.
Yeah.
I like cats.
And it's tied with.
Heroes.
Oh, okay. They are
there's-
making a new one.
Yeah, that's supposed
Yes,
to be
they are, but it'd be nice to have a spin-off that will focus on one of them,
I agree.
and not this stupid, convoluted
Collection.
collection plot of whatever.
Chuck's the main star. The guy that started
Oh, really?
Levi.
Levi.
Yeah.
Jason Levi. What's his name? Chuck Levi. Zachary Levi.
That's
Dr.
it.
Spock.
Levi Jones.
Dr. Spock.
No, that's Zachary Quinto. That's the other one.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I just know he's the bad guy, and he kept cutting open people's heads, and he was the one they were all supposed to try and stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have stopped.
And then they stopped him, but then he came back, and he came back,
He should have
and he
came
came
back
back.
3 seasons later, not
Yeah.
episode
They should have.
2.
I mean, if you had a great actor playing a great character,
Yeah.
but if you ever read a comic book, the way it goes is the bad guys have to be gone for a while for
Yes.
them to make an impact when they show back up.
Yes. So what's your number one?
My number one, my number one is kind of interesting. I would love to see a spin-off from Seinfeld. But then I remember it already kind of really happened with Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes.
So therefore I made both of them.
Okay.
Are you spinning any particular person off as Seinfeld?
No.
Just any?
You just want to remake Seinfeld?
I mean,
or
Elaine kind of had her own.
Just remake.
Elaine kind of had her own spin-off with that older
Old
single
Christine.
lady. What's her name? Old Christy. Old stories of New Christine.
Something like that.
The
Or
new
New Stories of Old
adventures, the
Christine.
new adventures of old Christine.
Yeah.
I kind of equate her to Elaine being in Veep. I feel like
If Elaine
It is
became the
almost
vice
Elaine
president.
became the VP, almost the same thing. I would love to see any of the Seinfeld characters.
Well,
in
that's the
the
problem
spin-off.
is, I think I'll have to disagree pretty much 100% on this because on their own, the characters couldn't hold up. They worked so well because they worked well together.
Summer
Yes.
George.
And you can't just focus on one, otherwise you lose
everything.
1/4 of
They
their
did.
3/4
NBC
of the
did
show.
approach Seinfeld about coming back. Not recently, but a couple years ago, and he's like, "No, I think we're good."
That's good. Just leave it in its glory as it is. But it did kind of spin off to Curb Your Enthusiasm,
It
which
did.
is what it was based on to begin with.
Yeah. With Larry David, is that coming
Yeah.
back for another
Larry
season?
David.
No, I think that's done already.
There was talk
and
that
they did
Oh.
kind of have an unofficial reunion.
No,
Was it year 6 or 7?
Seinf- unofficial Seinfeld
Yeah.
reunion.
But where they actually played themselves all together. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just because I heard that they're coming back for another season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, but a smaller one.
And why not? It's fucking funny.
My number one may happen, but tough shit. I want to see it. Adam from Arrow.
Okay.
I want to see what's his name? Who plays Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
I want to see him do it. I want to see. He looks awesome. He's great. The superhero outfit looks great for Adam. I think the problem is the CGI would be bad. So I'm intrigued to see how the CGI is going to look on the small screen with CW.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking with my Justice League. You know, he might even
in
let
there.
Adam be the leader of it
Yeah.
type thing. But
The leader.
I would agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
he may be small, but he's the basic foundation for everybody.
Oh!
He may be small, but he packs a mean punch. A big punch.
I like basic foundation.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying. See, that, you're telling me that some executive's not going to go with that. What's your number one, Jeff?
My number one is, of course, I'm surprised it actually wasn't on your list, Jason.
What's that?
A Firefly spinoff.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I would want the whole gang back.
Same thing like Seinfeld. Seinfeld in space.
No. I specifically want to see
Seinfeld in space.
another little prequel, and I'm interested specifically in the character of Book.
Okay.
I want to see Book because I know they put it out in the comics. They kind of let some of the story go or whatnot, but he's got a past, and they refer to the fact that something's going on, but they never let him know. And even in the movie Serenity, he's like, "You're going to have to tell me about that someday." And he's like, "No, I'm not." And then he ends up dying. So it's like, spoilers if you haven't seen Serenity.
10 years later.
But it's like, well, okay, so Mal won't know, but let me know. Make the show.
That's a good one. I never
young
thought about
Book.
him. That's a good one. I like Book. I had an honorable mention of Dwight from The Office.
I thought about that since they developed it.
He's a detective now.
Well, yeah, that looks
And an
funny.
asshole
That
act.
looks funny.
I want to watch that. What
Yeah.
it's called? Was it Bachman or something? Or,
Something like that. It's on Thursday.
Yeah.
Starting
You have
this
to look it
Thursday.
up.
I want to see Dwight, though. I had, like, when they said he was going to run his family farm, that was a spin-off idea.
farm.
Yeah.
Until they realized that it just wasn't going to get picked up.
Yeah.
It had potential. My problem is I thought it could have gone really bad. I thought you could have done it as a bed and breakfast. He ran a bed and breakfast for the wedding, for like weddings, and each week you could have guest stars coming, like the Love Boats, but the weddings.
On the beef farm.
On the beef farm.
Beef
It would
farm.
write its own.
Farms, yeah.
So I was kind of intrigued by that.
I would have watched that if it came out.
You can
and
go pick him up in his Camaro Z28. Was it a Camaro Z28?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes. Well, and since we got rid of cable, I've been doing obviously Amazon Prime and a lot of Netflix.
Which
and
is why you're seasons behind in the rest
I'm
of the world.
seasoned.
And that's why when we talk about it every week, we blow it for you.
That's fine. Were you blown? Anyways,
Plot lines.
but every night before I go to bed, I have to watch a syndicated show, or I used to. And, the local channels don't really have that many anymore that are good. So I started rewatching The Office, and I really miss that show. Really miss it.
The early Office.
Yeah, I'm on season 5 right now. Holly just got introduced.
And a side note on the Office and the Dwight spinoff. Dwight's cousin, Moses' brother.
Yes.
I can't remember his cousin's name, but the guy who's Moses' brother is played by the same guy that plays Badger on my Breaking Bad spinoff.
It could be a crossover episode.
Very good.
Okay.
I'll say honorable mention. I'd like to see a spin-off from Walking Dead. Oh, wait a minute. They're starting one.
Yeah, in LA.
I'm a genius. Or another True Detective. Oh, yeah. They're doing another
The only
one.
thing I'm excited about with Walking Dead spinoff is Anna Torv, I forget what her last name is, from Fringe, the main star.
Yeah.
She's up for it, the lead role. I will cut you. I will cut you if you make fun of Fringe. I will cut you.
I was kind of making fun of both Fringe and Walking Dead at the same time. Does that help?
Yeah, it's offsets. Okay.
He was just oohed by our suggestions.
Bad idea of the week. 94. The NFL overtime rules. Just make one simple. Just make it simple.
Well, I
They
don't
did.
I don't
They
understand
score a
what
touchdown on the opening drive. It's over, bitch.
I have no problem. Why are you calling me bitch? I'm not.
I didn't understand what was a bad idea behind
I
this
just
one.
don't like the rules. Just do one 15-minute
Why?
period and be done.
No.
Or do it like that.
Well, they do one 15-minute period, but if it's tied,
That's a tie.
you can't do that in the playoffs.
Okay. No,
So
I know that.
what you're saying is you want NFL football, American NFL football, to be more like European soccer.
Let's not get that far. Or we do a shootout. You have quarterback.
Oh yeah, just like European soccer.
You have a
It's a shootout.
You have a
With the quarterback throwing it through one defensive back to the goalposts.
You have one quarterback, one wide receiver, and one defensive back.
So you're saying do the entire quarter, not first score the game ends?
Either that or do the college rules. I like the college rules.
I think it's all one big bad idea you just presented.
Thank you. Sound a lot better in my head.
All right, here's another bad idea. Putting the cockpit on the Millennium Falcon on one side of the big-ass ship. As I'm standing here holding this can
Bottle
opener
opener.
that we got from our gift exchange.
From Musings.
Yeah. I mean, picture the Millennium Falcon in your head for those people who are listening to us right now. You got the big-ass cockpit on the right, and you have this huge-ass ship on the left.
Okay.
How do you park this thing? without banging up the left side of the Millennium Falcon? Or how do you get it through the asteroid belt without hitting anything on the left side? Because look at how much space you got on the left side.
It has a reverse camera, reverse backing.
I didn't see that in the cockpit.
See, you were looking straight on, not from their
Oh
perspective.
no, I was looking straight onto them, looking out of the cockpit, so I don't actually see
Yeah,
their
so
controls.
you don't see the dashboard.
Oh,
There's
so
a
they got
dashboard
they
cam
got like
there.
a backing cam and a side cam.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I got another bad idea.
Son of a gun.
Forgetting your wife's birthday.
Yeah. I think that's in the top 10, I
would say
think.
that's near the top 5.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.